next guest says that all your dreams can come true using Kickstarter, but you have to know how to use it to your advantage.
Kit Williamson is an award-winning filmmaker, actor, and digital strategist, and you might actually recognize him from the AMC series Mad Men. He joins us now to teach us how to not fail actually at using Kickstarter. Kit, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. The crowdfunding revolution has come to Arizona.
How huge is crowdfunding? I mean, honestly, you cannot read anything that hasn't truly almost been started by crowdfunding. I mean, Veronica Mars, I mean, even these movies that first started out as like regular are now turning to crowdfunding.
Even potato salad.
Yes, right?
Oh my gosh, or the balloons, the water balloons that
yes,
that clip themselves. Amazing.
It can be used for anything, and I've noticed in Arizona alone, there's 2,749 projects that have already been funded on crowdfunding. Right now, we've got projects for a solar fan with USB charger and a not-for-profit garden in the community. I think that it's amazing that people are using crowdfunding to fund so many different things now.
But tell us how it works, because I've actually thought about crowdfunding like a couple of my own projects, but then it's like, you know, what do all of these people get? And that's where I'm kind of held up a little bit, because I'm like, well, what would be worth if someone donated $100 towards my project? What could I give them in return?
And that's a great question to ask yourself at the outset of doing a crowdfunding campaign. What am I really offering people? You know, if you can't answer that question, then you really need to go back to the drawing board, because it's an exchange. It's not free money.
Right.
You're asking people to test something new, and you better be prepared to give them all you've got.
And can you tell me what's the difference between Kickstarter and IndieGoGo?
Kickstarter and IndieGoGo are two of the most popular crowdfunding websites out there. The biggest difference is that with IndieGoGo, it's not all or nothing, whereas Kickstarter, if you don't raise your entire goal, you don't get to keep a penny of it.
So where does all that money go? Does it go back to the people then?
10% goes to Amazon Payments and to Kickstarter, and then the rest of the money, oh no, excuse me, you mean if the project doesn't get funded successfully, it all goes back to the people, nobody's credit card is charged
because I was like, what?
Oh no,
Amazon,
oh no, that would be bad. Get the money no matter what. Scam.
That's why I was like, holy cow, don't use that one. Okay.
But I think it's great that these things are getting demystified now.
Yeah.
I think that's so important, because the more people understand about crowdfunding, the more people are going to be able to use it to fund their projects.
So what are some of the misconceptions that people don't understand about crowdfunding?
Well, I think a lot of people think it's free money, and that leads them to make the 3 deadly mistakes that will kill any Kickstarter campaign. Over half of all projects fail, so it's really important that you don't fall into these 3 pitfalls. The first deadly mistake is not having a plan. You wouldn't go into any other business without a business plan, so go into your crowdfunding campaign with a strategy for every single day of your campaign. The second deadly mistake that will kill your Kickstarter campaign, not having a hook. Now, this is super important. What makes your project special or unique? How's it going to stand out from the crowd? Because there's so much competition now. If you can't answer that question, it's time to go back to the drawing board. And the third deadly mistake that will kill your Kickstarter campaign is not having a heart. Now, I'm going to do a little demonstration for you guys. I'm going to cut out
Arts and crafts.
a construction paper heart for you.
Okay.
Because for years and years, it's been the go-to Valentine's Day gift of choice for a reason, right?
Agreed.
You want something homemade. You want to feel something personal, no matter how slick or glossy or professional a Kickstarter campaign is. You want to see the person at the center of it. You know, this is my heart, no matter how imperfect and irregular it may be, and I'd like to give it to the 2 of you.
Oh, thank you.
You're so
Should we
sweet.
share it?
Yes.
Tear it apart.
Tear it apart. Drama.
And can you tell me your Kickstarter campaign? You went through this one time, and you had a series called East Siders, and that went off wonderfully, right? You raised all your money. You raised over the amount, and now you're going back for number 2, right?
That's right. We've raised over $178,000 through 2 Kickstarter campaigns to fund the series. We started out on YouTube, and we're picked up by Viacom's LGBT cable channel Logo, and now we're coming out on DVD next week through Wolf Video.
And that's awesome. But I remember watching your stuff online, and you didn't get any extra money from Logo to fund anything further. So this is all up to the people, right?
That's right. It's all, we decided to put the show back in the audience's hands. And it's amazing to me that we live in an era where you can say, do you want to see this kind of show? Do you want to see this kind of content? And people can say yes.
I love it.
Kit, thank you so much for joining us today. This was truly a pleasure.
It's such a pleasure to meet all of y'all.
Thank you. And you can learn more by heading to his website, goteamentertainment.com. Again, that's goteamentertainment.com.
And the Morning Blend will be right back.